Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. In the first story, we tell you why envy never leads to anything good. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Here we go. Guy was a cocky jerk, so I had him promoted. I worked at an auto parts store, and we just hired a new guy that seemed to have prior experience in the business. But Christ, was he a cocky B-turd. He was super jealous of my position, and I'd gotten a raise, and I'm not shy about it. So anyway, I'm a sales leader, and he's under me. He constantly undermines my authority and is just a general pain in the butt all the time. Ignores my instructions and always tries to threaten me with policy. So what I did was drop a hint that there was a store manager position I was considering, which normally was a good position. But this store was a wreck, and everyone knew it. Never held a manager for over a month. So of course he applies for the position just because he thought I did and got it by default. No one else had applied in over a month of it being open. Pretty soon he was working 120 plus hours on salary with no OT, and the store barely broke even, so he didn't even get a very good commission, which is supposed to be like a quarter of their pay. I was making over double per hour with all the chill, cushy shifts in a fully staffed store that made bank. The store ended up shutting down and he got moved somewhere else. Didn't ruin his life, but it had to be miserable for a while, and he made less money per hour than he did before. Don't assume you're smarter than people you don't know. You played to his weakness and let him think he won. I pity the fool. And our second story. Crazy lady steals her own revenge. One morning I come in, get my morning activities done, and I notice a lot of our plants are drooping. I figured I'd water them while taking a break. Since the secretary usually does this, I asked the secretary if she has a pitcher she usually uses. She tells me this day, I think it was Friday, is when she feeds the plants. She tells me to take a super heaping big scoop of plant food and dissolve it, pour a little in each plant, then come back and water the plants. Okay, so I put a huge scoop in an empty Dunkin' Donuts coffee cup because I don't see a pitcher or bucket or anything substantial. I assume you already see where this is going. I stir it, and it's kind of thick and blue. I bring it to the secretary's desk. She starts laughing and says she dissolves it in a pitcher. She tells me where the pitcher is. She puts a cover on the Dunkin' Donuts cup and starts swirling it. This gets really contrived, so I'll cut to the chase. I get the pitcher of water, and while I was in the kitchen, I make up and bring regular mugs of coffee up front for us. We're chatting when crazy lady, CL, walks in. CL asks for money. We say no. We get the usual, you rich real estate brokers are cheap a-holes. And finally she sees the Dunkin' Donuts cup. She asks if we can at least give her a couple dollars for a cup of Dunkin'. We say no. She asks if we can give her a mug of coffee. We say no. I'm not giving anything to someone who just called me a cheap a-hole. She says, fine, I'll just take this, and snatches the Dunkin' cup from the secretary's hand. She runs out saying something we don't understand because we were in shock and about to erupt with laughter. And then comes the self-revenge. Twofold, almost three. We watch through the wall of glass windows as she takes a big old healthy swig of Miracle-Gro and realizes she's got a mouthful of chemicals. She doubles over and spits it all out. Revenge 1. She then throws the cup into traffic and hits a squad car. Cop immediately slams on his brakes and jumps out. She's coughing and spitting and hacking and pointing at us. The cop comes in with her and says she's claiming we deliberately gave her poisoned coffee. We explain the situation, and he asks if we'd like to have her arrested for stealing our plant food. He's on the verge of laughing. We're already giggling since we know we're off the hook. The lady's blazing with anger and embarrassment and fear. We say not to arrest her since she's punished herself for her stupidity. The cop then wrote her a ticket for $500 for littering. Revenge 2. Revenge 3 would have been us having her arrested, and possible fourth revenge could have been a battery charge. Maybe a cop or lawyer can back me up here, maybe not, but this cop said that assaulting a vehicle that a police officer's in can be construed as battery against the officer. He kept threatening her with a battery charge when she'd start getting loud or bitchy. I'm not sure if that's true about battery, but it certainly kept her in line as he sorted out what happened. Edit. I forgot one of the cop's funniest comments about the cup. Somewhere along the line, he mentioned the battery against an officer. She said, it was just a cup. He paused and almost comically responded, Only a few minutes ago, it was a cup of poison that these people tried to kill you with. So you threw a cup of poison at me that exploded all over my rig? How's that not an attempt to harm? A cup of chemicals a day keeps the choosing beggars away. And our next story. My husband is a lawyer, you know. Last year, a hardware store I work at was in the process of clearancing all of its merchandise in order to be a franchise of a larger chain. In order to show our sales, which items were 60% off, 80% off, etc., we had to post signs in each different section of product and also show 2 stickers on every product, one white sticker for the original price and a second red sticker for the sale price. Because the sales progressively got better by the week, all the employees, including myself, were all removing and resticking red tags to every item in the store once per week. Cue a lawyer's wife, LW, complaining to me and my manager, MA, at checkout over a toy tool set. LW, why haven't the tools rung up for $3.99? I'm very familiar with this kind of question as there are a lot of signs up in the store, and it's not surprising when a customer reads the wrong sign. Normally, they're easily corrected and are okay with the actual sale price. Me. The tool set's only 60% off. It's $7.99 right now. LW. No, it's $3.99. She then grabs the tool set and turns it around until she finds the white $3.99 sticker that had been put on the bottom of the box. All employees are told to put all stickers on the top right of the front of the box. I didn't want to call her out, though, so I play nice. Me. That sticker must have been put on by a customer. That's an original price sticker. It's not for this tool set. LW. Are you kidding me right now? There's a sticker on this box, and you're not going to give it to me at this price? Me. I'm sorry, this product isn't $3.99 right now. LW. Call up your manager. Me. Okay. MA. How can I help you? LW. This employee won't give me this price. My manager takes a quick look at the box and sees what I've seen. MA. I'm sorry, this isn't the original sticker for this product. This is probably from whatever product next to the tool sets. I can't give it to you at this price. LW. This is outrageous. There are laws saying that you have to give me whatever price is listed on the product. MA. Actually, the law states that we must have prices available to be seen for every product. It seems this product has had its sticker swapped, but we can go look at the shelf tag if you want. LW. This is ridiculous. My husband's a lawyer, you know. I'll have you guys sued. You have to give me this price. MA. I'm very sorry. I don't have to give you this price. If I were selling my house today for $100,000 and you came and put a sticker on it that said $20,000, I wouldn't have to give you the house for that amount. It's the same thing here. LW. Are you mentally slow? She actually asked my manager, to my disbelief. It's not a house, it's a damn toy. I'm calling my husband. This store won't open up again. MA. Call him up. I'll be here to talk to him. Finally defeated, the lady puts the box on the floor, not the counter, and walks out of the store casually. I'd like to imagine her lawyer husband has a fun time with her in public. If her husband's a lawyer, why wouldn't she spend $4 more? And why wouldn't she call him? Either he's a really bad lawyer, or she was lying. And our last story. You don't want me to dig up your effing driveway? No problem. I work for a water company in the UK, and a customer kept ringing about poor water pressure and ended up getting solicitors, lawyers for you American folks, involved. So the company decided to carry out some checks on their external stopcock, which happened to be just inside the edge of his driveway. Me and my teammate were allocated the job, and I asked around if anyone else had been there. One of the guys said yes. I delivered letters a couple days ago to let them know that the work was being carried out today. Off we go to the site. We both go down this stone track to let the customers know we're on site and to check if they needed to get their cars out before we started. One was an old lady who didn't drive, and the other asked us to wait 20 minutes until she got herself and her horse out. Us, being ever helpful, said, yes, no problem, we'll have a coffee until you're out with your horse. Lady comes out on the horse, thanks us profusely for being patient with her, and off she goes. About 5 minutes later, we start getting the barrier set up around the work area, get the spades out ready, when a car screeched to a stop in the middle of the road, and Mr. Angry jumps out and asks, what TF do we think we're doing? So, being as I'm in work and always polite, even with a-holes, I explained that we're here to dig the tap out to check the flow and pressure at the boundary to see if we could improve the situation for them. His very eloquent response was, "You can F off if you think you're going to dig up my drive without even letting us know." So I explained that letters had been delivered a couple of days prior to let them know that we were coming and that it was to try and help them out with their problems. He's now turned purple with his tantrum and says, "Don't call me a effing liar. Nobody has let me know." "Okay, sir, no problem. I'll pack up and move on to my next job." He goes off on a torrent of expletives while my supervisor's saying, "WTF is going on there?" I said, "This is the customer that you can hear." He says, "Pull away from the site and call me back and explain WTF caused that." My mate starts packing up while I ring my supervisor. Just as I start to explain to him, this guy comes to the van and says, "You can do the effing job now. I've found the letter." I explain, as you stated, that you don't want us digging up your effing driveway. I'm not prepared to carry out the work. I rang him back to explain the whole mess about how we'd spoken to his wife and she was quite happy for us to do the job and we'd waited to let her out to avoid scaring her horse. Needless to say that the job was abandoned. The free work we were going to carry out didn't happen, and Mr. Angry had to pay someone £5,000 to lay a new service, when we could have resolved it for free by upsizing the existing pipes at the boundary for free. After all that nonsense getting lawyers involved, they throw a tantrum for getting it done? How thick do you have to be? Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.